How do accents and dialects subtly shift over time? Imagine listening to someone speak and noticing how their voice sounds a little different than it did a few years ago. That's because accents and dialects are always changing, even if you don't realize it. Over time, the way people pronounce words, their vocabulary, and even grammar can shift gradually. These changes happen because language is a social tool that reflects who we are and where we come from. Accents are variations in pronunciation, while dialects include differences in vocabulary and grammar too. These differences develop because language is learned from the people around us. When communities grow, move, or interact with others, their speech patterns can change. For example, if a group of people starts using a new word or pronouncing a sound differently, that change can spread through the community over generations. People often adjust how they speak to fit in or stand out. They might adopt features of a local accent to show they belong or diverge from it to signal independence. Sometimes, people do this consciously, like trying to sound more sophisticated, or unconsciously, just by hearing and repeating what they hear daily. This process is called social adaptation, and it plays a big role in how accents evolve. Children also influence language change. When kids learn language from their parents and peers, they often add new slang or pronunciation patterns. These small innovations can become normal over time, slowly shifting how a community sounds. For example, a new way of saying a word or a slight change in pronunciation can become part of everyday speech after a few generations. Contact with other language groups also causes shifts. When people from different regions or countries interact, they borrow words or sounds. This borrowing can lead to new dialect features, especially in areas with lots of migration or trade. Over time, these influences blend into the local speech, creating unique regional accents. Our brains are naturally tuned to pick up on subtle sounds. When we hear certain pronunciations often, we tend to imitate them without even realizing it. This unconscious copying helps maintain group identity but also allows accents to change gradually. For example, if a community frequently hears a particular way of saying a word, they might start to adopt that pronunciation more widely. Environmental and cultural changes also shape how language shifts. Urban areas with diverse populations often see dialect leveling, where local differences become less distinct as people interact more. New technologies and social media also speed up these changes, making it easier for new speech patterns to spread quickly. From a social and cultural point of view, accents and dialects are more than just ways of speaking. They are markers of identity, showing who belongs to which group. As communities change, their language features shift subtly, helping people signal their social ties or differences. These shifts happen slowly, maintaining enough continuity so people recognize each other while adapting to new social realities. Understanding how accents and dialects change over time helps us see how human communities evolve and stay connected. It also helps linguists and anthropologists trace migration patterns and cultural contact. Recognizing these shifts reminds us that language is a living, breathing part of our social lives, always adapting to the world around us.